part of Africa. I haven't made a video in a minute. I've just kind of been building outside of YouTube, and every now and again I like to peek my head in and see what's going on, which is not much. The movement, this video right here, is about the movement and where it was and where we see it today, and or what we don't see today. I know me personally, I got my lion's head on from Sierra Leone, but in any case, I wanted to get up here. I see people they run into on the street. They say, "Hey, Quasi," and things like that. I know I have a lot of people that actually watch and like to hear what I have to say. So in any case, I wanted to get up and just talk about the movement or the what was the movement. And I always start off and I say that the best part, the best time of being in the Gambia was the time before all the, everyone started coming over, and, pre-COVID. That was the best time because it was before we really started to see and realize that we had some deep traumas within our community that that we are dealing with, and that had, brought itself over to the continent. Last night I watched a video by individual. I haven't watched a lot of videos. I watched a video individual who was part of the movement, and it was baseless, and like I said, you see a lot of mental disorder, a lot of narcissism, in the movement, which have really destroyed the integrity of the movement, and really discouraged a lot of good people from coming over and participating and building on the continent. But those, do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. You know, what this allows us to do is to see our problems, and it's going to take a lot of soul searching, a lot of knowledge to really stop falling into the same traps. You know, just because you like a person, that don't mean that they are someone that's going to be responsible enough to manage community affairs or manage any type of business. You know, So I think as a culture, we have the tendency to gravitate towards materialistic, individualistic concepts and ideas. All of these ideas that have destroyed us as a community in the U.S. We're still chasing those ideas as we come to Africa to build. You know, business will have its business. We have to approach it in a different way now. In terms of and there's strategies out there. I'm not gonna put it out there because a lot of people just watch my video and like to make videos behind me and say, hey, why is he doing this or that? So I like to keep it vague and open. But anybody that is interested in understanding how we can move forward and be successful. And like I said, you have to look at the people who have a track record of success. We aren't talking about people that you know don't have any foundation. Following behind and listening to people who don't have any type of foundation, or who are temporary visitors, or people who aren't even in the country. You can't follow behind these type of people and listen to them because they don't have an understanding of what's going on, nor do they care. In a lot of cases, all they care about is what they're doing, and trying to get your attention away from where you should be focusing it the most. There was an individual, and just speaking on how you know what they were doing, it didn't work out. I always talk about Watermy, how successful Watermy is, and when you see Watermy content, it's always about building. It's always about individuals from unique walks of life, coming in over into Africa, people who are on the continent who are doing major things in terms of, changing the tide of, colonialism, and this tide of oppression, this global oppression, that we've been experiencing, and that's consistent. doing that consistent. So when you're seeing content out there and people are not promoting the movement in a positive manner, these are the people that we need to stay away from. We need to stay away from them. We shouldn't be making any content unless it's exposing those who make that type of content that destroys the integrity of well-intentioned people, and destroy the hopes and aspirations of our brothers and sisters who are coming over to the continent to make a positive contribution. Gambia, man, it's just, I was saying the other day that I didn't really start living my life until I came over to the Gambia, West Africa. And there's so many blessings. There's so many blessings, man, and that I've been able to experience here that I have not in the States. That I want my children. I want my children to be able to come over and to experience, their people. Their people, man. They're beautiful, beautiful people. And that's in their right frame, the right frame of thinking. You know, there's been a lot of things going on in the news, and there's always things going on in our country, in the U.S. regarding, gun violence and domestic violence. And there's a ton of social ills, the drug use and everything that's going on that have people looking to really relocate. And I mean, if you watch the news in Atlanta, man, it's so disheartening. And these other cities, and there's no hope for our people there in America. However, on the African continent, there's an abundance of opportunity, but we must understand that we have you know, uh, the same mindset. We have the same Willie Lynch. We have the same black devil mentality. We have the same hater mentality, the same just envious mindsets that destroy our community, flooding in the same individual mindset. And, that does not work for a new program. We need to come with a new program where we're working at a grassroots level to empower people. Anyone that's watching me know I have and always have, empowered many people in my network. We've have, many people working for us in different capacities. We have many different, business ventures and things that we have going on. And, I've been here for quite a while, and it's just been upward for me. It's just been upward for me, despite the setbacks that we had as a community. As an individual, you can't stop individual success. A person that's successful and know how to make things happen, and business, they're always going to do well. You understand what I'm saying? But however, the vast majority of our community that needs that support, and it needs, our sisters, that needs our brothers, our sisters that, you know, may be just at moms, single mothers, and, and they need, a support for a strong foundation from a brother figure, cousin figure, uncle figure that they don't have here in America. We supposed to be that for one another. I thought at one time that when I see other brothers and sisters from the U.S., UK, that I would be like, hey, we're over here together. How you doing, brother? How you doing, sister? It used to be like that pre-COVID. After that, it became a situation where people just largely, try to avoid each other, because so much negative had been placed throughout this community. But like I said, amongst the general population, you can experience, peace, well-being, experience rich culture. I was sharing that, if there's problems here, like if there's any problems here, the family, hey, salam alaikum, some of the people in the community, I was, here. For what you paying in the states, you can have two or three residences for what you paying in the states for one residence here. But in any case, we want to be able to be aware of the challenges that we have, as individuals, as community. It's going to be harder for a community to build. You know, our leaders, we always had a problem with, you know, uh, uh, seeing our real leaders, and we always opted out for, scam artists, people that sound good, and you know, just all types of characters that, come portraying the role of, a brother, a sister, a Garveyite, what I'm saying, Muslim, we've seen a lot of a lot of these characters just come, just basically smear themselves all over, the year of return, the century of return. But in any case, we became a lot more wiser. So until next video, Mas Kwesi, Go Hard Africa. Just wanted to hop on and, speak with my people for a second. Peace.